Diamonds on my feet, custom made sneakers. I used to bag them cookies, yeah, sorta like a key. I still hustle on the side, but got a brand new grind. I tell you about the biz, but it's a secret of mine. Just know I'm getting money, I'm a thousandaire. I'm an underground kind, but I don't care, cause I ball like a major. We can better wage it. I'll sign a
Keep your eyes on the road when you driving with that back. If a nigga did something to me, I'ma get his bitch ass back. Know some niggas who work 9 to 5, know some niggas sell crack. Know some bitches who sell pussy, know some bitches who sell tracks. When I get up off them drugs, I don't really know how to act. Bitch, I feel like I'm a pimp, I'm a don, I'm a young Mac. I might snatch a young bitch heart, I might never ever give it back. I might sell a nigga brick of thrax, before I ever tell him that I rap. Security pat me down, I still snug my Glock in this bitch. Old lame man, nigga left his Glock in it whip. I'm searching for the syrup, man, I need some walk for me to sip. Serving rock in it bit, make it lock with it wrist. Make it lock with it wrist, serving rock like I'm Chris. Made a twat, he a bitch, he a op. Fuck his bitch, on the block with them sticks. Pop your top like John Wick, let her watch. Why she so thick? She a nasty, nasty bitch. And we smoking crumble with exotic. And I don't wanna fuck like she a busy body. And every time I'm around the hoe, I get her riding. That little pussy be so wet, she always soak up my bed. We keep them choppers on choppers, money and power. Hit that boy with the hits, they made them holler. 20 band bustin' up my pan, got your bitch wanna fuck a young nigga, but she can't get $1. I ain't no regular nigga, might pull up and strike you some bricks out of Chevy Impala. This ain't no regular gas that you smoking, don't hit it one time, make it hard for the swallow. Throw my back with it, I mix it with crumble. Came from nothing, so fuck being humble. Run his ass down, but not trip and not stumble. Hand me the stick, I'ma do all the honors. I know they can't last a day in the jungle. Shots from the K to the face, put them under. Spin on your block, then we skate in the tundra. Real brick nigga like to play with the bundles. Security pat me down, I still snug my Glock in this bitch. Old lame man, nigga left his Glock in it whip. I'm searching for the syrup, man, I need some walk for me to sip. Serving rock in it bit, make it lock with it wrist. Make it lock with it wrist, serving rock like I'm Chris. Made a twat, he a bitch, he a op. Fuck his bitch, on the block with them sticks. Pop your top like John Wick, let her watch. Why she so thick? She a nasty, nasty bitch. And we smoking crumble with exotic. And I don't wanna fuck like she a busy body. Smoking crumble with exotic. And I don't wanna fuck like she a busy
Yeah, yo.
Really going down, bitch.
If you a trill ass nigga, put your motherfucking hands in the air, nigga. Get your base head cracked. Like a trill G should.
Don't be surprised when you see us gripped in the wood. 17 bitch, deliver in the wood. 17 bitch, deliver in the wood. 17, he's a Leo. 17, he's a Leo. I'm an underground king and a certified member. UGK Records, UGK Records. I got my green up, and got my team up. It's TGR, UGK, know what that means, cuz. It's UGK Records, they say we need distribution. It's UGK Records, they say we need distribution. The grind don't stop, cause the grind don't stop. The grind don't stop, cause the grind don't stop.
Yeah, yo. What's up with it this morning, man? What boys at this morning? I'm on the tap in and just talk about some things that took place yesterday. It really set me back. It really set me back. But let me first of all say, shout out to Young Heezy, representing for the trio yesterday, holding it down, performing, putting it out there, letting boys know it's still alive. Let me also say, this is the month where we will be welcoming Young Pimp back. You know what I'm talking about? So that's going to be a great thing, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I wanted to tap in and talk about some things that tripped me out yesterday. I was on the treadmill taking care of me some business. You know, looking out for myself, doing my best. And that's all we can do is our best, man. I know it's difficult. Let me say that. I know it's difficult. I know it's a struggle, but we gotta make better choices and we gotta put our best foot forward. Uh, it's not easy peasy. It's not easy peasy at all. Because normally the majority of the people that we're around, they condition to just consume all the beautiful packaged processed foods. And it's a fight and it's a struggle. You know, especially the children. And it's our faults. It's our faults that we fed these children all this terrible shit not knowing. And they so used to it, they feel like they being punished when you try to give them better choices. But we will do what we got to do. And we will get better. But yesterday, man, I was on the treadmill taking care of myself, put my best foot forward. And I got a phone call. I didn't take the phone call because I was already trying to stay focused on what I had going on. You know, finish my workout, my second workout. I hit a 2 a day. But as I was trying to finish my 2 a day, a text message came through right after that. And the text message said, our classmate died. I said, damn. This was a guy that we used to be really, really close. You know, we had a couple of things that took place after we became teenagers that kind of put a damper on our relationship. And one day, I felt like we would have a chance to maybe talk about it. I saw him one day, probably about 4 or 5 years ago. And when I saw him, he didn't really act as if he recognized me. So I felt like, nah, it ain't the time to have that conversation. Maybe I'll see him again one day. And I kept it moving. We used to run together, man. Really took place and he had to choose a side. So we were no longer, associated in that way. But we never got a chance to talk about it. We never got a chance to talk about any of it. And I was hoping one day that we did. But I heard yesterday that he passed on. He died. And that was shocking to me because I was just thinking a lot of my classmates, God spare, we're about to be 50 years old. And I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of my classmates, they really look good to be 50. So to about to be 50, a lot of my classmates really look young, really look vibrant and young. I guess some of us took care of ourselves. But I was just saying yesterday how blessed it is that my peers who still really useful, like a lot of my peers are still really useful. We born in the 70s and they still look like they in their 30s or their 20s. And I was just thinking about that. But I get that news that the homie passed away. I don't know how he passed away. And I don't even want to dig for that. But I want to say RIP to the homie. And I thought about that for a while. And after I got off the treadmill, I wind up scrolling a little bit and confirmed it because I seen some of his family members saying, you know what I'm saying, he transitioned or whatever. And it was saddening. But right after that, I saw another post that said RIP to another homie. And it blew me away because this was a brother that was like a brother to me. We were always cool, man. Now, when we first met, we had a fight. When we first met, we had a little squall. You did? No big deal. We first met, he punched on me, I punched on him. We had a fight. The teacher broke us up, asked us what were we fighting for. And we had no idea. We just both was roustabout, rough and tough, and went to kicking on each other's ass. Now, after the fighting, we got, separated and spanked on a little bit with a ruler. We came back to talk about it. And when we talked about it, we didn't have a reason for fighting. And so we agreed to be friends. And he said we should have a secret handshake as friends. And I'm like, what the secret handshake gonna look like? And we went to playing games, slapping five and dapping, and we couldn't figure out what would be the secret handshake. So he say, I got it. I say, what? He say, turn around. So he asked me to turn around away with my back to him, facing the opposite way. And then he punched me in my motherfucking back. He punched me in my spine. Boom! I said, God damn it, man. I thought you said you ain't want to fight no. He like, fighting? He said, to be the new secret handshake. When we see each other, punch you in your back, then I'm going to turn around and you punch me in my back. Then when we get ready to depart from one another, we're going to conduct ourselves the same way. You punch me in my back and I'll punch you in your back. So we agreed that this would be the new secret handshake. Everybody always thought we was about to fight because we were punching on each other. But that was just our way of saying hello. And we was tough as titties, man. Two red-skinned niggas, lean and tall. And just as kids, we always was into doing push-ups and arm wrestling and, just all this physical little boy shit. Well, we got separated. I think he moved out of town. He would come back ever so often, and he always come see me, or I see him at his family member's house. And we'll have a good time, man. Just always talking about exercising and basketball and football and all these different things. Now, it became a strain on the relationship because our families kind of had a little feud. I'm not going to get into the particulars of that. But it got kind of, how could I say? Could have been deadly. Let me just say that. It could have been deadly. But things took place and we knew we never had an issue. But certain people in our family were going to war. And it wouldn't be a good idea to conduct ourselves the way we used to. So that put a strain on our relationship. I sure hated that. But after some time passed and the war died down, I guess it was cool that we can go to each other's house again. And I hadn't seen him in about maybe 3, 4, 5 years. And one day somebody was blowing out in front of my house. I think we was around 15, 16 then. Now, mind you, our whole lives, we had been near the same size, height, weight, and we both was really lean. And we both was really athletic and active. But I hadn't seen my homeboy in 3, 4, 5 years due to him moving, plus our families was at odds. But like I said, we never discussed any of the at odds, or we never even spoke one word about it. We just both stayed silent and watched the shit take place until it ended. But once it ended, I knew, you know what I'm saying, we probably could be cool again. But like I say, he moved out of town. Well, one day, somebody was blowing out in front of the house. We had a big old long driveway, big old long yard. They was at the edge of the yard. So I went out there to go see who it was. And so when I went out there, I recognized that it was his kinfolk, a young lady that I knew. She said, "Hey, boy, such and such and such." I'm like, "What's up?" You know what I'm saying? Kind of glad to see her. She say, "I got your friend with me." And all of a sudden, a 6-foot youngster got out the car, built like a motherfucking Terminator. I'm talking about a nigga got out the car, built like Lou Ferrigno. And I looked. He had the face of my homeboy, but he had the body of a motherfucking bodybuilder. And I got afraid. I didn't know, was he coming to kick my ass or punch me in my back and say hello. But when he got out, he had such a big, bright smile. And he said, "Man, I missed you, man. What's happening?" And man, that nigga grabbed me down. That nigga picked me up off my feet. Now, we about the same height, man. That nigga grabbed me and picked me up off my feet. And we embraced. It was friendly. It wasn't no bullshit. Wasn't no beat. And I asked him, I say, "Man, what in the hell have you been doing? What have you been eating?" I say, "Nigga, do you eat alligators?" You know what I mean? I don't know. I had no idea like the body could do that, you know, in that type of time. I was still a youngster. You know, I was doing my push-ups. I was thinking shit. I was doing my push-ups and sit-ups and running and jogging, shooting basketball. But I was still beanpole lean. But the homie had bulked up like Chung Lee. You know what I'm saying? That nigga got big as hell, man. And he told me, "Man, I've been taking protein and working out and playing football, lifting weights, this and that. And I thought to myself, damn, I've been kind of doing some of that same shit too. But my body did not do what your body did." He like, "Man, you want to pick up some weight?" I say, "Shit, I want to be like you." You know, that's how we was. We was inspirational to one another. And he like, "Man, I'll tell you how to do it, man." And we caught up, you know what I'm saying? We didn't even discuss the negativity that had, you know, hung around and loomed around our relationship for so many years about our families. We just picked up where we left off. punching each other in the back type shit. And we caught up, man, and I told her, man, say, anytime you're in town, man, holler at me, my nigga, let's fuck around. He's like, man, I got you. But then as time progressed, we both grew up. He lived in a different city or whatever. And I did what I did. And we never seen each other again, but just on pictures. Or was told from other people, hey, such and such asked about you. But yesterday, one of those posts was about he also passed away. And I just can't believe that, man. Like, I had two uncles, you know, a few months back, die within the same week. I had two uncles died on a Monday, and then the other one died on a Friday. That blew away. But yesterday, I don't think I was ready to hear two of my homeboys. You know, damn near the same age. We went to school together. We hung out. We had a lot of different things in common. But then negativity came and separated the relationships. Now, one of the guys I was able to rekindle and talk to and not even discuss the beef and the drama. We was able to get back where we was. The other guy, time did not allow he and I to shake hands and talk about our differences because I was kind of confused. He and I used to fight together, not against each other, but against others. And we used to be at each other's house. And we used to hang out with some collective partners. But something had took place, some make-ready ass beef. Some make-ready ass beef and bullshit had took place. And he chose a side. I don't know why. We never got to talk about it. I always thought maybe he could have just backed all the way up and stayed neutral. So I was mad at him. I was angry at him because I thought about if he and I, you know, switched places, how I would have handled that. And I would like to think that I would have basically backed out and said, hey, man, you know, that's between y'all two. I'm not going to choose neither side. But that ain't how the chips fell. He chose a side. Things almost got deadly. And it just never was the same. We were so close, you know. Girls' house together. And I remember one time in particular, we knew a whore. She was a little old 4'11" or 5 foot, big busted, small waist, cute older lady. She had goals in the mouth. She wore wigs. She had a big old booty. And she had big old titties. She had but she was much older than us. She was our mama's age. You know, at the time we was in middle school. But the boys thought it'd be a good idea to go to her house and tell her we scraped up our lunch money and wanted to buy some Kagogi. She lived in a garage apartment. And her garage apartment window faced the street. So what we would do is walk on over there and throw a rock at her window and shit And she come out the window like Goldilocks, but she had on a wig. You dig? She was dark skinned, pointed nose, high cheekbones. She was pretty. She had like a red tint in her skin. You know, she was chocolate like a motherfucker, but a red tint. I don't even know if that's a word, but she was chocolate red in her skin, beautiful. And like I say, she was big butt and big old ass, big old titties. And I don't know why we thought we could play with that woman like that, but I guess we thought right. I guess because she was so short near our height, we thought she was a little kid, but we knew, she was a woman. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I was scared of Kagoga at this time, and I damn sure didn't want no horse pussy. I wanted to see if I knew what it looked like. And, but I didn't know if I know what to do if she busted open and said, come on, get it. Get it now. Go on, get it. I don't know if I would have known what to do. Now, my homeboy and my little brother, they was grabbing all on their groin to my shit. Let me in there. I want some. I started mimicking them. Yeah, I want some. I don't even know what some is. But them little niggas was managed. Them niggas was trying to get off in there. And she was off in that window just to entertaining that shit. Oh, if I let you little boys up here, y'all ain't gonna know what to do with her. Them niggas knew my little brother. Let me up there. Yeah. She like, oh, I said, dude, like a motherfucker. But then she told my little partner, shit, I want some of that shit. We'll make a long story short, that day she just showed us a bunch of cleavage. The fuck away from round. It was some nice big old black ass titties in a white bra. And like them old folks say, a white Brazil. I'm talking about some big old round, thick, juicy, plump ass titties. I wish I would have shit. I know what to do with it now. She probably dead than the motherfucker. Or about 80-something years old. Now she still got them big old titties and that big ass. You know what I'm saying? You never know, boy. But the thing about it was my little brother and my partner, they proclaimed that they went back round there with about $7 a piece. And I say, and they also proclaimed that this time they didn't talk to her from the street. I say, go on, what happened? She let us in. She let y'all in. Then what happened? We gave her the collective $14. 7 from him and 7 from me. I say, okay, did she give y'all a cool cup and a popcorn ball? Couple candies or something, soda water? They say, no. I say, what'd she do? The little boy told me the woman sucked his dick. I said, come on. You mean to tell me $5 and she sucked both of y'all dicks? And he say, that ain't all. I say, what ain't all? He say, she gave us some pussy. I got scared to the motherfucker. Oh, what? Who? Some pussy? What is that? And both of them told the same story. I could not believe it. My little brother had to be no more than 10 or 11. Okay, so my little brother had to be no more than 10 or 11. That would have made my homeboy 12 or 13. That would have made my homeboy 12 or 13, and that would have made my little brother 10 or 11. Let's say my little brother was 10 because he was still at elementary school. He was still at elementary school. And we were 12. So if my brother was 10, we were 12. But the boys both proclaimed that $14 gained them access to grown woman pussy and titties and head. Now, I know she was a whore, but come to find out, she was into pedophilia also. Now, one thing we didn't do was tell Ophelia. Because if we would have told Ophelia, it would have been some shit. You know what I mean? But we kept that to ourselves, and we always would dap up about it and laugh about it and talk about it. They say they were going to go back around there and buy some more. Now, she told them to bring more than $14 this time. You did? She told them straight up $14 was not going to be able to access all that they had got. She told them she actually was just giving them a sample, letting them see what it really hit for, because she charged way more than $14. But she wanted to take that $14 to let them churns know this is what you could get if you bring about $20 a piece. You see, back in the day, it wasn't 40. It was 20 times 2. Shit, it was 40. Come on, baby. You know what I'm saying? But make a long story short, man, that was my partner. You know what I mean? That's how managed she was. 12 years old, going buy some motherfucking pussy from a hoe. You know what I'm saying? That was my nigga, man. Nigga was a trio nigga, man. I just, you know, shit happened and we wind up having to, you know, go our separate ways because when the war popped off, he chose the side he felt he should have chose. And I always was a little hurt behind that. Because we used to kick it strong, my nigga. I thought we were really tough. But I still had love for the nigga, man. And it just trips me out that I get the news that both of my niggas died. You know, they didn't get to see this 50 we were finna hit. They didn't get to see this 50 we was finna hit. And I pray that you know, the rest of my classmates, you know what I'm saying, are able to see it. Because it's a beautiful thing to be where we at, be who we are, look how we look, and do what we do. But yeah, that information blew me away yesterday to learn that 2 of my niggas died on the same day. You know, they knew each other. They wasn't like super cool, but they knew each other, you know what I mean? And yeah, that made me cut a cartwheel too. That blew me away, man. But yeah, man, I'm finna get to work and you know, enjoy life and say a prayer for everybody. And if you're able to hear my voice, man, that means you still here too, man. Make better choices, man. Take care of yourself and live while you got the time to live. Because we never know when it's gonna be our last day on this motherfucker. Enjoy your life, my nigga. I just wanted to tap in and I'm tapping out.